Okay, in this video we're going to look at problem 1 from your worksheet. So problem 1 says, suppose you count the number of items in your desk drawer. You find that you have 5 pens, 8 pencils, 10 paper clips, and 2 pairs of scissors. Make a bar graph showing the number of each kind of object you have in your desk. So this problem is asking you to try making your own bar graph. And so let's walk through how to make a bar graph. Now a bar graph is made up from 2 axes. So you have your vertical axis and your horizontal axis. Usually for a bar graph, the horizontal axis is going to be the different kinds of things. So for instance, with this example, we would have the different things in your desk, like pens, pencils, paper clips, and scissors. Now, then the vertical axis, sometimes called the y-axis, sometimes the horizontal axis is called the x-axis. That tells you how many of something that you have. So what you do is you'll mark the number of units on the y-axis. So let's look at our question to see how many units that we need. So we have 5 pens, 8 pencils, 10 paper clips, and 2 pairs of scissors. So it looks like the biggest number that we'll need is 10, and the smallest one that we'll need is 2. So let's try marking our y-axis in units of 2. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so let's try drawing one of the bars of our bar graph. So let's start with pens first. We have 5 pens. So what we're going to do is look at the pen section of our x-axis. And we want to look up against our y-axis and see where 5 would be. So let's see, we have 4 and we have 6, so 5 would be somewhere right between 6. So what we want to do is draw a bar that goes right up to 5 above the pen label. So that's what I would draw for the pen bar. Why don't you pause the video now and try to fill out the rest of the bar chart on your own. Okay, so I took a moment to fill out the rest of my bar chart, and this is what mine looks like. So as you can see, what I did was, for pencils, I saw that I had 8 pencils, and I went over to the 8 side in the 8 marking on the y-axis, and I drew the pencil bar up so that it would line up with the 8 marking on the y-axis. Then I did the same thing for the paperclip bar. I had it line up with 10 because we have 10 paper clips. And for scissors, I had it line up with 2 because we have 2 pairs of scissors. So now that we have a bar chart graph, we can see visually very easily which thing we have the most of, what we have the least of, and that visual can sometimes be much easier to use than having a list of numbers like we do in the question.